in racial terror. South Carolina, of course, is the state that
so like if actually many media already like connected about 11 club media including probably about 10 media. So I guess we believe it's beneficial, you know. So like you know, at this moment if a key person not the field, they will not start in the future we emphasize to if nobody should
media, I can talk to you.
Hi.
I can do interview.
Yeah, hi. I'm young people like that.
Shen Yun. I had a call.
Yeah. You don't
And I guess it was really, really disappointing to come back from such a wonderful education and see that diversity is still a debate. Because affirmative action is not considered by a lot of people, and a lot of people even in the narrative, it's not considered a way to combat structuralized racism. It's a way to incorporate Asian American cultural essentialism into the general populace, which basically means that people are reinforcing the idea that Asian people are smarter than everyone else, that Asian people try harder than everyone else. And that was so proud of. So this decision is impacting every single student.
Not this student, overall. They were mostly working with Harvard students. I didn't know they were working with yeah, and early this morning, well, late last night, they kept
刚才加了2个灯，刚刚他们说2个加了2个灯，然后把曝光降临这样看到后面背景。你现在在按着这个标，我现在不动了，你这样然后按你现在这个标。This is not
for multiracial democracy. The Supreme Court may have rolled back over 40 years of law, but civil rights organizations throughout the country are going to keep fighting this fight until we make back everything that's lost. We're going to stay hopeful. We're going to work with our partners in the university admissions systems to develop alternatives to race-conscious admissions and ensure that our dream of equality for all in America stays alive.
What organization are you with?
I'm working with OCA National. We're a national nonprofit advocacy organization working for the Asian American community. We have chapters throughout the country, and we help empower their youth leadership programs and promote policies here on the Hill.
Say the name of the group again.
That's OCA National.
What does OCA stand for, sorry?
OCA doesn't stand for anything, actually. We used to be Organization of Chinese Americans, but now we've since rebranded to OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates.
Yeah. Got it.
And sorry, I missed the top there. I just stuck in at the last minute in the BBC. So, to understand it correctly, you're obviously very unhappy with today's decision. Clearly, one of the arguments was people who brought the case said that it was discriminating against Asian students. What's your view on that argument?
It's definitely disheartening to see arguments like this because there is a lot of misinformation and disinformation regarding affirmative action. And I think just the main important thing is that Asian Americans, we are not a monolith. That these arguments does not represent all of us, and that actually the Asian American community is so diverse, which is why affirmative action is needed in order to really encompass all of the Asian Americans and also a lot of the history of colonization, imperialism, and racism behind that, and which is why affirmative action is something so crucial within these institutions and within our education system.
So do you feel misrepresented as well in what they've said and what they've done?
I feel misrepresented in the sense that if you look at who is arguing for students for fair admission, it is all Chinese Americans. And if you look at any Asian American issues in this country, you'll see that Chinese Americans are on the forefront of everything. And I myself am Chinese American. And so being able to see the significant disparities between Chinese Americans, Korean Americans, Japanese Americans, and literally every single other Asian ethnic group is really disheartening to see. And it's disheartening to see especially Chinese people advocating against affirmative action, labeling themselves as speaking for every single Asian American, when in reality they're only looking out for themselves.
And can I just ask one word that you might have to describe today's decision each?
God. I would say disappointing, but I really don't think that's enough.
I would say disheartening, but it doesn't encompass all the things.
Invigorating. We are not going to stop.
Thank you. I have one question from the queer press. I don't know if any of you identify as queer, but this is an intersectional issue as well, and you do.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what the message is in terms of, there's discrimination already in this country against LGBTQ people. This is just one more step by the conservative justices. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, I think in general it's definitely really disheartening, especially with the rise of anti-LGBTQ sentiments and like regulation and laws being passed around, and now also with the decision of the Supreme Court. It's very disheartening. As someone who identifies as a queer Asian American woman, I see how affirmative action is really necessary and how important it is for all of these identities and for all of these students to be able to go to higher ed, to be able to go to an institution and to feel represented in classrooms and other safe spaces.
You made my day. Happy Pride.
Thank you. Happy Pride as well.
Thank you.
One thing that struck me when I've been talking to my friends about it, because we're all higher ed nerds, is that Harvard is such a small university, but this is going to affect like all the. I mean, you guys are from Harvard, and you have like all these universities. I mean, how do you think this is going to affect like all, like higher ed as a whole?
I think this decision is going to scare them. I think individual admissions are going to retract their holistic admissions policies, not even just explicitly in terms of race. They're going to retract forms of promoting equality because they're scared that they're going to get sued. And so this is going to go beyond just a race issue. This is going to turn into a socioeconomic issue. This is going to turn into a gender identity issue, and this is going to turn into a sexual orientation issue. So this decision does affect everyone regardless of like what race they identify as.
I think it's also important to note that this decision today doesn't stand on itself. The activists, Ed Bloom and his whole conservative apparatus, have been trying to promote this idea, this quote-unquote race-blind America, for over 30 years. And this is only the culmination of their movement. And I think, it's important to view it in the context of all of that conservatives on his side are trying to promote a vision of America that is inconsistent with our history as a multiracial democracy, and is a serious step back for equality across the board, not only in Harvard or UNC.
The history of America is anti-American, anti-Asian hate, and I hear you say you're invigorated. Tell me why invigorated and not challenged or disappointed or dispirited, because let's face it, Asian American hate is a rising epidemic that's been around for 400 years, but it's now, it gets worse.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Asian American hate has been rising as of lately, especially during the pandemic, and because of that. And the reason why I feel invigorated is because we have to have hope. We have to have hope. The Supreme Court has just overturned 40 years of law again, after many times of doing so. Shelby County versus Holder, Dobbs last summer. And it's important that in the face of such a big opposition, that we as the people, we as the Asian American community, need to stay hopeful and stay in the fight. We cannot give up.
Yeah, thank you. I have one more question for y'all that we probably talk about all the time. What?
Yeah, I mean, I guess not here, but oh, that's hilarious.
There are a lot of cameras. I just came to come and like stuff out, but like now I'm here.
You're Latino. You're talking.
You can put right. I gotta go. 2 Hispanic parents. Spanish, less than fluent.
You guys can all get together, but you.
Just wasn't right, especially keeping with race being the only affirmative action aspect that was taken down. All the other ones are still there. Nobody talks about legacy students and how they still get into these colleges, even if they may not be qualified. There are a bunch of other aspects to affirmative action than just race, and it says a lot when they speak on the race portion and stay silent on the others, because silence is still says stuff, it still means words. So I would just say, like, this decision, you can clearly see what the decision, especially with who wrote the majority and who was dissenting, you can clearly see the decision that they were going for, and I think it was wrong.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Where are you student and what do you think about
But I think maybe that's why they feel like
every second other person might have 1%ers. It's 1%ers. It's legacies, it's athletes.
The data is that it's gone down for black people as well. It's actually shot up for.
An opportunity to prove themselves. But when you get in jail, jail is not going to do all
There you have it.
It's Ron. And so we went.
double the amount of people to strap them down. Anyhow, it took everything within me that day because the press was meeting that night.
Centralized, but like that's
I was listening to what you were saying.
How did that yours?
freaking ocean, they go to freaking Mars. I mean, they go to the moon. They could plan to go to Mars. They could understand affirmative action. No, they could understand affirmative action. They pretend that they don't understand. White people are the majority. They will never, no other group will ever bubble to the top with 69% of the country being white. Nobody else will fucking bubble to the top. What about that you don't understand? You're willfully ignorant when you don't understand. And then when other groups like Israel who benefit from the struggle of black people all of a sudden become victims of black people. Don't even stop that bullshit, right?
They support Howard.
Which are the largest benefactors already? White women are the largest benefactors of affirmative action. And that is for me. I am sure she voted against it. Yes. Thanks so much.
That's why I was so upset.
Thank you very much.
I understand. Like, my major's political science.
Thank you very much.
My major's political science.
Step the fuck down.
I agree. She was a wonderful.
Yeah, but she was a step down. I don't need to be angry with everybody all the time.
To sit there and talk with all of us. You know, like,
employers are going to start now. Oh, they take they just right. Company get rid of it easily.
That's why
Well, any worse? Don't get satisfied. Inside this life of name, you can have either for name, you may have a long name, it automatically qualifies as but the thing of the sense of the name, you know, looks like people think something else. Ability. But they work. This is, right? You have to keep you put it over there, so I can keep their computer. Their computer. You need to think straight. Common sense. Common sense. If you play is the best, why not? Why not everything else? America is a fair place to work, to study. That's why we all come here. We can make the best.
Okay, can we ask one more question? No, we just have to just finish real quick. And you did it
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Wait, hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay.
请帮我们设置录音的是吧？开始吧 ，OK。就按着，哎呀。
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yukun Mike Zhao. I'm founding president of Asian American Coalition for Education. Earlier today, Asian American Coalition for Education issued a statement titled "A Historical Victory for Asians and for All Americans," praising U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on the landmark ruling on the lawsuit filed by students for admissions against Harvard and UNC. Today marks a sweet but long-fought victory for the Asian community. Mr. Ward Carney, Mr. Edward Bloom, students for admissions, AAC colleagues, and all the people who supported our cause. In order to achieve equal education rights in college admission, Asian communities have been fighting since 1988, 35 years ago. Mr. Ward Colony has been fighting since 1996, 27 years ago. Mr. Edward Bloom has been fighting since 2008, 15 years ago. Members, students, and lawyers of students for admission have been fighting for almost 9 years. We, AACE colleagues and over 360 Asian organizations nationwide have been supporting students for admissions for over 8 years. At this historical moment, we'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Edward Bloom, students for admissions, lawyers, courageous students, parents, community leaders, and volunteers who joined this park, as well as other political leaders, civil rights leaders, especially Mr. Ward Colony, as well as scholars who have supported our cause in the last 3 decades. They are true heroes of Asian Americans. As America moves towards a colorblind society, AACE calls upon America's ruling class to take concrete actions to improve the K-12 education for Black and Hispanic children. That's the real cause of the lack of racial diversity in higher education. That is the only legal way, constitutional way to do that. At this historic moment, I want to say it has been more than 35 years since the Asian community filed first civil rights complaint against Harvard. Today, we finally see the justice of the U.S. Supreme Court to have provided the equal protection of laws to all communities. This is historic victory for Asian communities because all children will no longer be treated as second-class citizens in college admission. This is also historic victory for all Americans because the rulings will preserve meritocracy, which is the bedrock of the American dream. Very importantly, this ruling will help America advance into a colorblind society like Dr. Martin Luther King dreamed 16 years ago. Today's victory is not the end of Asian American fight for equal rights. We are going to challenge the Common Apple organization and all colleges to remove the race and ethnicity in college admission process. We're going to continue to defend the American meritocracy. Finally, although we won a decisive victory in equal education rights, but the Asian community still faces many serious challenges, such as, anti-Asian violence, discrimination in employment, also assault on family values. All proven community leaders will take them on, just like what we did against Harvard and UNC. Thank you very much. Eva is a former board director of Students for Fair Admission. He will speak Eva Guo.
Good afternoon, my dear fellow Americans. How are you today? Excited? Yes. Today, June 29th, 2023, is a day for justice. A long overdue justice for students for fair admissions. A long overdue justice for all Americans. My name is Eva Guo. I'm a former board director on Students for Fair Admissions. I'm so excited to join this historical moment to celebrate and thank Mr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need you guys to push a little more this way, please.
We need you guys to the other side of Maryland Avenue. The entire sidewalk has to be cleared. The entire sidewalk has to be cleared. You don't want to
Jason.
Nice move in the front. Other side of the Yeah, we can go down there. Cross straight, cross straight. Go cross straight. Move. Yeah, 可以，来，先来再说吧。
One level in the playing field again.
Follow me.
Did you
So let's go across the road on that side. Let's go this way.
Against Intersectional.
Hey guys, you gotta keep moving.
Folks, we need everybody to keep moving out the area.
Today's decision means not the end of all possibility, but a much more difficult path. The court clearly did not affirm for our precedent, but it didn't wholesale overrule it either. The court essentially underruled precedent by twisting it up into a knot and making it much more difficult to understand and certainly to apply. There is certainly a path forward, and we think the path forward includes flooding the market by forcing
Excuse me.
Right, so, 2 seconds.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Let me know if you need some extra footage.
I know. I just thought it would be.
All right, you guys, we're restarted. Okay. You can move us, but you can't defeat us. Yeah, okay. All right.
So sorry, why are you here?
All right, so we are here because we are Asian Americans who are fought for America. We are fighting for equal rights in America, and this is defense of the United States and the American people. We are happy with this. We are very happy. This is unfortunate peaceful country that racism of any kind is accepted. Thank you. Oh, yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Eva Guo. I'm a former board director of Student Welfare Admissions. I'm so excited to join this historical moment to celebrate and thank Mr. Bloom and Student Welfare Admissions for their tremendous achievement and victory in equal education rights for all in the past decade. Please chant with me. We the people back! Equal education rights for all! Thank you, Students for Fair Admissions! Thank you, Thank you, the Supreme Court of the United States! I'm a mom of 2 school-aged children. Like many Asian American parents, I place a high value on education, which I believe can shape my children's future. And it is our responsibility to ensure that he has every opportunity to succeed. However, my journey with the education system has not been without its challenges. 6 years ago, when my younger son was in 3rd grade, he took a gifted and talented program entrance test, and it scored high. But he was denied to his dream PT program in Montgomery County Public Schools. However, several of his non-Asian peers scored much lower than him were accepted. Also, last year, my own son well-rounded high school business with disappointing rejection from several of his dream colleges, where his non-Asian classmates whose GPA much lower than his were admitted. This is unfair. It was a moment that shaped me united. I saw firsthand the potential within my children, and yet they were denied simply because of their race. But my children's stories are only a tip of the iceberg, and I found that so many Asian American kids in this boat while I serve.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Officer Willis from the United States Capitol Police. I need this whole entire area cleared out for me, please. I need everybody to move down to Constitution Avenue. I need this whole entire area cleared out. We have an incident that we're working. I need everybody to stay safe and go that direction. I need everybody to clear out for me, please. I need everybody to clear out. We're working on this. I need everybody to exit. I need everybody to clear out that direction.
Thanks, guys. How's it been going?
Can we stay here? Can we stay here? We have to go all the way. Why don't we get to the I know.
Well, we have 4. We also have that lady. You want to answer the question?
Thank you. I was like,
hey, moving on to the next block.
It's not based off of
Guys, you gotta keep moving. Come on, come on.
It should be a shame, man. You're on the wrong side. But you.
I don't buy you.
I'm off for my work day. You benefit from the show. You made that sign. You made that sign. You made that sign. Yeah. If you think I won't, don't try.
talking to? We're trying to get a rise out of us.
But you know,
That's matter. We are all Americans. No one should be rejected because it's matter. No one should be rejected. That's not the way it works. This is what America actually looks like. Have you gone to the parliamentary process? Have you written an essay? No, of course I do.
Congratulations.
We will let unity win because this is about preserving our multiracial democracy. This is about showing that America is united, that our generation is united in supporting race-conscious affirmative action. We know for decades that the Supreme Court has held race-conscious affirmative action as a cornerstone.
What we know as Asian Americans is that there is a new racism in America today, and that racism is against Asian Americans. These young kids are the beneficiaries of immigrant parents who arrived in the United States with the American dream and equal opportunity. What the Supreme Court has done today is it has already under the law. That is beautiful. That is a victory for all Americans, and their children and their grandchildren will benefit from the victory of our amazing grandparents.
Because we preserve the meritocracy, that's for everybody, that's for this great country.
We won. And those are the people supporting Supreme Court decision against our discrimination against Asian students. You will come here and interview us. All right.
We continue here. Yeah, we're standing here.
Well, we like camera. We like camera. Camera, we come here. We like media.
Media go that side. Media go that side. That is the front. Media go that side, please.
Was just, protesters and stuff.
Gentlemen, you guys got to keep this road.
Right here, right here.
Hello,
Hello, test, test.
Let's continue here.
Hello everyone, my name is Eva Guo. I'm a former board director of Student Welfare Admission. I'm so excited to join this historical moment to celebrate and thank Mr. Bloom and the Student Welfare Admissions for their tremendous achievement and victory in equal education rights for all in the past decade. I'm a mom of two school-age children. Like many Asian American parents, I place a high value on education, which I believe can shape my children's future. And it's our responsibility to ensure that they have every opportunity to succeed. However, my journey with the education system has not been without challenges. 6 years ago, when my youngest son was in 3rd grade, he took a gifted and talented program entrance test at the school high, but it was denied to his dream GC program in Montgomery public schools. However, several of his non-Asian peers scored much lower than him were accepted. Also, last year, my older son was excellent at the well-rounded high school senior with a disappointing rejection from several of his dream colleges, where his non-Asian classmates whose GPA much lower than him were admitted. This is unfair! It was a moment that shook me to my core. I saw firsthand the potential within my children, and yet they were denied the chance to pursue their dreams simply because of their race. But my children's stories are only a tip of the iceberg, and I found that so many Asian American children in the same boat. While I served as a local school PTA leader in the past many years, this experience sparked a fire within me, a determination to address the issue of discrimination in the education system. It was this passion that motivates me to join Student Welfare Admissions, a beacon of hope and a change in the realm of education. Student Welfare Admissions has been at the forefront of the fight against educational discrimination, advocating for equal education opportunities and fair treatment for all students, regardless of their race or skin color. Led by Mr. Bloom and through their tireless efforts, Student Welfare Admissions has shed light on the flaws in our system and worked towards rectifying them. As one of the vital event organizers for equal education rights for all rallies on October 30th, 2022, I have witnessed the immense power of collective action. We have rallied together with parents, educators, students, and concerned citizens with a shared vision for a brighter future. Our voices, united in purpose, have demanded justice and fairness for every child, seeking for fair treatment in education. I thank the Supreme Court of the United States to recognize the importance of the Student Welfare Admission cases, to acknowledge the impact that they have on the lives of countless children. Also, I thank the Supreme Court for a ruling in favor of Student Welfare Admission, which strives for a level playing field for merit and dedication are the core determinants of success. Taking this great opportunity, I want to extend my sincere gratefulness to Mr. Bloom and the Student Welfare Admissions
Mary Jackson from Fairfax, Virginia. Most of you might have seen me in the news. I'm glad and proud to be out here today, but we are out here for an issue that we should not have to fight over, equal rights. I find it interesting that we've got a Bill Lives Matter flag, Bill March Manchin's flag in the back, blasting a song produced by a white brain. Now, if you're going to argue about defending diversity, why don't you keep it real? Why are you still defending or not doing anything about legacy admissions? So everyone should have equal rights and fix the issues in the K-12 space. That's where the issue exists. You should be fixing the issues in the academic pipeline, provide academic freedom and process and pathways to prosperity within those spaces. Provide educational choice for your families and provide black communities, and we wouldn't be here arguing for or against affirmative action. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Woo! What a great day today. The Supreme Court has ruled that race-based admissions is discriminatory. It's not fair. My name is Suparna. I am a co-founder of the Coalition for TJ, a grassroots group of parents, students, community members that advocates for equal rights in education and transparency and merit in education. Also the director of education at the American Hindu Coalition. What a momentous day it is today, friends. The Supreme Court an awesome decision. Thank you. Thank you for the students for their admission. And today is an affirmation. It is a great day for us immigrants who came to this country with the belief and with the faith that there will be equal treatment under the law. And also, this is a great day for the future of America. Thank you, Justice Thomas, Alito, Gorsuch, Robert, Kavanaugh, and Tony Barrett. You have really given us what the founders and the framers of this country meant by equal treatment under the law. Thank you very much.
I don't believe I ever said my birthday so publicly, but today is my birthday and I've never gotten such a beautiful birthday gift. Thank you to Supreme Court judges that gave us the gift of equality. I came as an immigrant to this country. I'm Sri Lankan, an immigrant to this country about 22 years. But religious equality for justice, and today the equality has been delivered. When Michelle Obama told for the first time she was proud to be an American, everybody applauded. Today I'm going to say I'm proud to be an American because Supreme Court delivered equality for all. Equality for blacks, equality for Asians, equality for Caucasians, equality for all. Equality for every human being that believes in diversity. I have 2 children and I do not want them to be discriminated. Nobody should be discriminated in the face of the earth. So thank you to all the Supreme Court judges that delivered this equality in this beautiful country. God bless America and God bless you all that is even opposing this. I'm telling you this is good for you all and good for this country, this great country. God bless America.
My name is Asra Nomadi. Hello, my name is Asra Nomadi. I'm a mother. I came to the United States of America at the age of 4. I came to this country for the American dream as my father and my parents envisioned it. What you witness today is brave Asian American families standing up for the American dream. They won today. We won today. We won today for America. And what you are witnessing today is the continued effort to silence our voices. We have gone from the steps of the Supreme Court to the shadow of the U.S. Capitol, and we have had follow us those forces that want to silence our Asian We won. We are the face of America. They are the front of black struggle. That is the face now of the black struggle, white supremacists and white adjacent. I want to celebrate. Let us celebrate today. These parents.
that goes to her. In our cohort. What's his name? No, Lyndon. Where's Lyndon? He's asking to be out here. That's little one.
Exactly, what is it?
Asian kid in USA, bro. They don't
care about y'all. I don't know what to tell you. They don't care about any of us. I don't get it.
我在了，在里面，大家见面没有办法，但是雷哥，你如果有这个的，有这个。